You don't have to all of a sudden go throw your meat plant-based, please. I knew chicken was my favorite, so I stopped.
For the last.
Yes. Hello guys, welcome to Carbs Pharmacy, and today we are going to be speaking to you guys about
nutrition,
and that's why you see all these good foods here. So let's just dive into the video. Okay guys, so today, as I promised you guys, we're gonna be talking about nutrition. But as we start, I just wanted to wish you guys a happy new year. We haven't been on since 2021. It literally feels like forever, honestly speaking. But guys, we missed you so much, and let's just introduce ourselves. Yeah, you never know, they forgot us.
So my name is James, as you all know.
And my name is Dretty, and this is Carbs Pharmacy. So welcome. This is where we get to speak about health rules, you know, living a healthy life equals living a happy life. So yeah, let's dive into today's topic, which is nutrition. So James, what is nutrition?
Nutrition is basically, you know, like the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth, right?
So it's basically obtaining the food that you need for growth. For example, we have some foods here, great foods here. You guys know, who doesn't know what food is? So whatever you need for growth, for a healthy life, that's what nutrition is. In simple terms, by the way, in simple terms. Now there's more complex things, but we're speaking about the simple terms. So
so you know, like, what is a diet, right? And is there any specific particular diet that, you know, is best for human beings?
So a diet is basically a food that people usually eat, or animals. Let's say cows eat grass. Moo, we all know moose eat grass, right? And we know that what? Give me another animal.
Goat. Oh, it's the same thing. So let's say a dog.
Right? A dog eats meat. You know, so we know that dogs eat meat, and it's the same thing. We have a specific diet that's meant for us, and we're going to go into detail as to why that diet is the best for us. But that diet is called?
It's called a plant-based diet. Actually, it's a whole plant-based diet, right?
A whole food plant-based diet. So it's like whole food, and we'll go into details as to why that is necessary. But James, can you tell us what a balanced diet is, and why is a balanced diet important for us?
So like we said, a balanced diet, right, is, you know, having, like, you know, everything that the body needs, right? And so it's important to have a balanced diet, right? Because, you know, you allow your body to get all the nutrients that you need, right? Because
some of us, we may go too high on carrots and then we forget banana. Then we go so high on carbs and we forget proteins. And that's why we need, I think there are 7 elements. Let's mention them off the head.
So
carbs, carbohydrates,
there are carbs, there are proteins, there are vitamins, and I mean
water, minerals. Hey, you guys. Okay, if you know any more, please comment them down. You guys, this is like literally elementary school science.
But just to make it simple for you guys, right? Because some of you might be asking, what is carbs, right? Carbs. So basically, what a balanced diet contains is, you know, fresh fruits, right? Like what you see here, right?
For example.
And then we also have fresh vegetables. And then we have like whole grains. For example, you can have like brown rice,
oats,
and you can have barley, millet, you know, and all those things.
And we'll probably pop a picture of some of the things we're talking about. So basically, to break it down, carbohydrates are more like the things that he mentioned. Carbohydrates are formed of, you know, like sugar, that type of thing, starchy sort of stuff. So things like rice, things like oats. Even the oats also has several other things. You know, those things are considered, more of the grains are considered like carbs. And then the legumes are considered more of protein. Things like beans, Things like chickpeas, lentils, all these are proteins. And then vitamins, you get them basically from fruits, and phytochemicals, all these other things, you get them from fruits and vegetables. So you need to have a balanced diet, and we're going to probably again pop a picture of how your plate should look. Abaye, some of us see we have a big thing of ugali, there's nowhere to go. You know what I mean? And then you have no salad, no fruits. So we need a balanced plate. That's what we're talking about by a balanced diet. You need to balance out the food you eat. Some of us are taking in way more carbs and less of proteins, and some people are taking in good carbs and proteins but no vitamins, no minerals. Hey, we need all these things for our body to function well, for our immune system to work well. And we're going to actually speak about the immune system. An entire video is coming up on that, so stay tuned, guys. Nowadays we're promising you 2 videos per month, so please stay tuned. This time we're not going
things coming,
interesting, very interesting things. So
so on top of that, we also have nuts and seeds.
Nuts and seeds, actually,
which is very important.
Very important.
So if I may ask you spoke about like a whole food plant-based diet, right? Like, what is this, if our viewers may ask, and why is it the best, right? You said it's the best, right? Why?
It is the best, honestly. So the best way to explain our whole food plant-based diet is basically the things we just spoke about. So it would limit or avoid as much of animal products as possible. I'll just say about 5 to 0%. Like, honestly, it has no animals, but then there are some people who live animal products, but then there are some people who live, like, let's say they rear chicken and that's all they have, then that's all they can eat. But rather than that, if you have options to choose from, then it would mean you just eat. It's sort of like a vegan diet, but it's not vegan because vegans do not consume honey and they do not consume anything that's from an animal or sort of thing. We consume honey, but organic honey, and so we don't also like wear plant-based clothes and that type of thing. So do you have anything else to say about the plant-based?
I think also something else that whole foods plant-based diet avoids is refined foods, like refined flour, right? And we also have like refined sugars. But in place of these things, you have like the whole wheat flour. For sugar supplements, we have like honey. Organic honey.
By the way, a fun fact, you guys, I was gonna do a whole video on this, but I guess I'll just spill the beans here. Do you know that it's really important for you guys to grab organic honey, because nowadays some manufacturers tend to feed their bees with sugar in placement of nectar that bees would go and get from the flowers. So that's why, like, man, at times, like, you wonder, why is it tasting weird? Because the honey that I used to eat from, like, back home in Africa, the ones from the local farmers, would taste like so sweet, but it's like healthy sweet. Versus when I came here, I won't mention brands or anything of that sort, it even got me sick and I started having a lot of problems with honey. So make sure you're careful when choosing your honey. Try to get organic honey right from, like, not even just organic in the name, but organic from the local farmers market. Like, try to go to the person who actually keeps bees, the beekeeper, and get the honey from there, because it's easy to be deceived nowadays. People are all about money. Yep.
Other things you can use are like maple syrup.
It's
not available everywhere, but for those people who can access,
especially Canadians, we don't have lots of honey because of our winter. But what we can have is maple syrup or agave. Again, keep it organic. So speaking of organic, even the foods that you buy, especially for those who are in North America, I emphasize buy organic food. Guys, like, let me just tell you another story. I know I'm the blabbery one here, but it's okay. Okay, tell me about your first experience when you came here and you ate food. Let's go to the carrot.
The first day I ate, it was sort of, I can't explain it very well, but there was some sweetness. You know what I mean? Like at
wasn't.
No, it's not like. That's why I'm saying I can't explain. There was something that, I mean, it was not like normal, you know. And most of the things had a lot of water. This is my experience.
Honestly, for me, my experience, the first time I ate a carrot from this country, I was like, am I just eating starch? Like, there isn't any sweetness to these things. And I was like, what is this? Is this food or they're just feeding me plastic? Until I got to find out, it is not North America that has a problem. It is GMOs that have a problem. Yeah, they genetically modify.
I landed on the right people.
Probably. They genetically modify a lot of things, so some foods don't really taste good. But if you can grow your food, Vanangi, that's the best advice for you. Try to grow your food. I live in an apartment, but I try to have like a small car garden. You know, whatever piece of land or piece that you have, try to grow as much of your food by yourself. Try to eat whole foods. Try to not throw as many things as possible. Stay away from refined foods and eat fresh things. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, well, the next question I'm going to ask you, James, is, so we are saying that plant-based diet is the best.
Yep.
Give me some proofs. Somebody out there is like, you want me to stop my chicken, my meat. So give me proofs. I need proofs. I'm not just going to stop.
So we are going to cater for both sides, right?
Both sides, yeah.
And we have biblical evidences and scientific proofs as well, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to the Bible, just in the beginning, can you imagine? God didn't want us to miss this, you know?
Yeah.
So when you look at Genesis chapter 1, you know, when God creates man, he gives him a diet and he tells you, you know, everything that I have made, right? You know, the plants, you know, the fruits, the seeds, the nuts, things we have talked about, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Adam and Eve used to eat. And their generation...
Well, vegetables came afterwards. But again, we'll pop the Bible verse on the screen so that you guys can get to have it as for reference. We just didn't say it out, but it's in Genesis. We'll pop the exact verse. And you know, God gave us plants in the first place to eat. He did not give us animals, and animals came after the flood.
Yeah, they came after the flood. And one thing you notice when animals came, actually the lifespan decreased.
The lifespan decreased.
They used to live like 900 years, 800, 700, 600. You have lived less years.
Yeah.
After the flood, 120, and you know, like now you see where we are right now, right?
And on top of that, like if you want to know for nowadays, right? Like leave alone even those days, nowadays, like it is really important for you guys to be eating plant-based foods because most of these animals are injected with so many things to make them big, to make them look the way you want. Most of those burgers you buy, even plant-based burgers, please stay away from them that is bought from out there. It's always good to make your own food because you do not want to know how many chemicals are in the food that you actually eat. So try to stay away from as many processed things as possible and try to have things grown by yourself, or you know, so there is a lot of chemicals, there is a lot of GMO things, there is a lot of injections put into the animals, which decreases your lifespan and results into so many diseases. You know, I like the way Ellen G. White defines the disease. I guess we'll put the quote up. I know whoever edits this video, good luck. But anyway,
you're going to make sure that it's there so you can read for yourself.
Yeah, but you know, a disease is, I think it's in the book that I read, a disease is basically violating the laws of nature and laws of health. You know, like when you violate them, hey, a disease is going to result. Like for example, I'll share with you guys my story in the future of how I violated and I used to eat lots of fast food, and it resulted into me having a lot of inflammation in my body, right? So guys, healthy life, happy life. Hey, if you want happiness, please eat healthy.
Yep.
Okay, give me the scientific proofs now.
Yeah, they are very interesting scientific proofs, starting from your dental formula. Is it called the dental formula?
I think so.
Yeah, so for those who
if not, correct us. By the way, guys,
I'm right,
if you haven't liked this video by the time, hey, like, share, comment. Cut all this presentation, all the talking we're doing. Now, like, share, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We love new people. Don't be left out. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you look at the human teeth, you don't have to know what a canine, premolars, molars, I don't know, incisors.
We'll insert a picture.
That's a lot of complications. But just look at your teeth and ask yourself, do you have the same dental formula as a cat or a dog, you know?
Or a lion?
Yeah, like their teeth, they're so sharp. Even our canines, we have them, right?
But our canine was used, like it's used to help us tear other things, other things, not for meat.
Yeah, and even like a gorilla, it has like very sharp ones, but does it eat meat? It eats fruits, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at like a dog, you know, the way it's, and a lion, like they are meant to tear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So another interesting thing is the intestine, like the small intestine.
Pay attention now.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, not even funny, this is very serious, right? The carnivorous animals, for those who don't know what a carnivorous is, a carnivore is, you know, an animal that eats meat, right? So these animals, they have like a short, small intestine, right? And what this means is that, you know, like meat, you know, why do we put meat in a fridge? Because we don't want it to decay.
Yeah,
okay?
it
Because
easily
it starts
decays.
thinking. But you know, the stomach, the human body is warm, right?
Yeah.
So the meat is meant to just come in and go out, right? But then, like a human or a herbivorous intestine, small intestines, they are long, right?
Very long.
Very long.
Yep.
So when meat goes in, it takes so much time to get out, right? And what happens here? Like,
it starts rotting.
It starts rotting, and then you start having toxins and all these things, and it's not good for you. Yeah. So without complicating, just remember this one thing, you know, this one fact.
That is very nice because, for example, a lion has a very short intestine, so when the food gets in, it is digested and out. Compared to us, because we were meant to eat a plant-based diet right from the beginning, so our intestines are longer, and because that's because plants take longer to digest, right? It will take longer for all the things to happen. And when meat is eaten, it releases toxins. Yep. And it leads to so many diseases like colon cancer. It's very or almost impossible to find someone who is eating a plant-based diet suffering from colon cancer.
Yep.
So guys, I don't know if we have convinced you enough. Comment what you guys think about the plant-based diet. Do you think it's impossible? Do you think it's possible? Meanwhile, let me share with you guys a fun fact here. So look at my banana. What do you guys notice? You notice that it has lots of black spots. Yep. Many of us think that these black spots are actually not good or it's almost going bad. Well, guess what? This is the best time to eat your bananas. Your bananas are very healthy at this point, and they are filled with lots of antioxidants, and they actually have so now this is sort of a name, right? They might also help protect you from cancer because the spotted bananas are known to be linked with tumor. Now you're gonna help me here. Necrosis factor. So TNF, right? And this is linked with destroying new tumors. So guys, did you know that eating spotted bananas can help you destroy tumors? Yeah. You see, simple things like this. Now, you guys, plants were made for us to eat, for it to nourish our body. And if we go back to the direct beginning where we started off, what is nutrition? It's something that you eat so that you nourish your body.
To nourish your body.
To help it keep it healthy. And ask yourself, are the things that I'm eating actually keeping my body healthy? Or they are killing it? Yeah. You know? Yeah. Okay, so one last thing. What are the benefits of eating
I wanted to say that benefits, there are so many and you don't want to miss this. Like it, I might say it may.
The first one, long lifespan.
Yeah, long lifespan.
If you guys go to the blue zones, most of them have plant-based diet or mostly plant-based diet.
Yeah, and it's not just a long lifespan, it's a long lifespan
healthy.
of good health.
Yeah, live a long
old, but you feel young.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Check us out 50 years from now. Yeah. By God's grace.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Also, if you have issues with high blood pressure, it's very good for this. And it's very good for your heart health, Yep. Can you imagine a plant-based diet can help you prevent type 2 diabetes, and if you have it, you can be able even to reverse it.
Yeah,
it can also help you lose weight. I know many people, they would love this, right?
Losing weight. You guys, I don't want to show you how I looked before.
You don't need to go for a program. Just go on this plant-based diet. It can also keep your brain strong. Who doesn't want to be called smart, right?
You guys, God made us in such a way that He just wanted all the best for us, and that's why He gave us this diet. Anyway, we are going to wrap up this video by giving you some advices as you start your plant-based diet. The first thing that I would like to say is take it one step at a time. You don't have to all of a sudden go throw your meat plant-based, please. Go one step at a time. Me, I first stopped. I knew chicken was my favorite. So I stopped.
For the last?
Yes. I started with red meat. Then after, I actually started with types of red meat. I started with like sheep. Then I went to cow. Then goat. Then after I went to chicken. Then eggs. Step at a time. Know your favorite. Put it the last. Then after work there. Work yourself there. So everyone has their story, but take it one step at a time. Don't just wake up and say, I'm going to stop. Apana. It's not going to happen. You were used to this thing, so you have to prayerfully seek God, and make sure you also substitute your foods. Don't just say, I'm going to stop meat, and then you stop eating.
You crave it and your body will lack, right?
Make sure you also have substitutions. Let's say you stop all meat products and you don't eat avocados, you don't eat nuts, you don't eat some legumes. You're depriving your body of the nutrients it needs. So make sure you educate yourself. Some books I would recommend are which books?
Councils on Diets and Food.
Councils on Diets and Food. Ministry of Healing. So many other books. We'll probably pop them on the screen. So what's the other thing?
Also, try to keep 5 hours in between meals. Don't eat in between meals. Do not drink while eating. Most of us. And
I'm going to do an entire experiment on why you should not drink while eating. So guys, stay tuned for that. And I think don't overeat. Don't undereat, and don't also overcook your vegetables. So guys, I hope these things help you, and I hope this is a start to a new life full of health, full of happiness. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave us a like, share, comment your ideas on the plant-based diet and what you guys entirely think of nutrition as a whole. So the other thing I want to say is we'll be posting again 2 weeks from now, so stay tuned. Again, Sundays 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we usually post, and we have new things coming up. If you guys only knew, you're not going to miss it. So please subscribe, join the family. We love you guys so much, and as we usually say, your
health is your happiness.
So see you guys. Bye bye.